It's going to finish with a little thing that I like to do. There's a famous seaside place called Blackpool. Da-da-da-da-da-da. Oh, come on, all again. No. No. There's a famous seaside place called Blackpool. That's enough. There's a famous seaside place for Blackpool that's noted for fresh air and fun. And Mr. and Mrs. Ramsbottom went there with young Albert, their son. A grand lad was young Albert, all dressed in his best, quite a swell, with a stick with the horse in the handle, the finest that Woolworths could sell. Now they didn't think much to the ocean. The waves, they was fiddling and small. There's no wrecks and nobody drowned. In fact, nothing to laugh at all. So seeking for further amusement, they paid and went into the zoo. But there's lions and tigers and camels. And old ale and sandwiches too. There was one great big lion called Wallace. His nose was all covered in scars. He lay in a somnolent posture with the side of his head on the bars. Now Albert had heard about lions, how they were ferocious and wild, but see, Wallace lying so peaceful didn't seem right to a child. So straight away the brave little fellow, without a morsel of fear, took his stick with the horse in the handle and pushed it in Wallace's ear. Now you could see the lion didn't like it, but giving a kind of a roll, pulled Albert inside the cage with him and swallowed the little lad whole. And swallowed the little lad whole. Then Pa, who had seen the occurrence and didn't know what to do next, said, Mother, your lion's at Albert. And Mother said, well, I'm vexed. Then Mr. and Mrs. Ramsbottom, quite rightly when all's said and done, complained to the animal keeper that the lion had eaten their son. The keeper was quite nice about it. He said, oh, what a nasty mishap. But are you sure it's your boy he's eaten? And Pa said, I'm sure. Here's his cap. The manager wanted no trouble. He took out his purse right away, saying, how much to settle the matter? And Pa said, what do you usually pay? Then Mother got a bit awkward when she realised where Albert had gone and said, no, stop, someone's got to be summoned. So that was decided upon. So off they went to the police station in front of the magistrate chap. To tell him what happened to Albert and prove it by showing his cap. The magistrate gave his opinion that no one was really to blame, and he hoped that the Ramsbottoms would have further sons to their name. At that, Mother got proper blazing. And thank you kindly, sir, said she. What waste all our lives raising children to feed ruddy lions? Not me.